Hello everybody, it's Lucas from La Cocina de Luz, and today we're going to break down a chicken to use for whatever recipe you want to do. First thing we're going to do here is we're going to cut off the leg-thigh combos. And you can use a chef's knife or you can use a boning knife. So what we're going to do here is we're going to cut right up against the leg here on this skin right here and cut as close to that leg as we can, so as to leave this intact. We'll pull this back a little bit, and there we can see that joint, and we just cut into it, set it aside. Do the other side here. Again, cutting as close to the leg as possible so as not to tear this precious skin that keeps all that moisture on that breast. You can also go like this, pull back on this until it breaks, and then that joint becomes very visible. And that's why it's good to have a really nice large chef's knife for the heft to really get to push through these bones here, because sometimes they don't always cut so easily. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut through this breastbone here, straight down the middle here like this. And it's important to find that bone and go right into it. You don't want to go off to the side too much, because you want the bone to be equally distributed through either side of the breast. So there, broken through it there. And now, where these ribs come together here, we're just going to make a little cut right here. And again, large 8-inch minimum chef knife is the way to go on this. Now I'll do the other side here. Then we'll set this aside for now. I happen to like backs, so I would keep it myself, but if you don't, you can always use it for stock. So here is our breast and wing combo over here, and here's our leg thigh. Now, if you look closely at the back of this, you'll see a little line here, right there, and that's where you're going to cut. So if you cut right there on that little line, you will have success. It'll be a lot easier. And I angle in towards the leg just a little bit, and you can see, real easy, just cut right through there. So we've just separated out the legs and the thighs, and we have our leg and we have our thighs right there. And they're recipe ready. Now, you have the breast-thigh combo, which you can do a couple of different things on. You can take the wing off if you like, or you can leave it on and cut this in half and have two smaller, more manageable pieces of breast. You could do one of three things with this. You can leave this whole as it is and prepare it like that. You can remove the wing like this by angling in towards the wing, right at the joint there, and you have two little wing pieces there. And then at this point, then you cut the breast in half, like this. So there we have the two pieces of breast, we have the thighs and the legs, and we have this wing here. But we're just going to run a thin boning knife along here, a slicing knife, not this big one, along the rib cage of the breastbone here. And when we get down here, then we'll see that joint here where the wing comes in, and we're going to cut on the back side of it here and remove this little bit of rib bone, cartilage, and so on here. So now what we have is the airlined breast. It's got the wing attached, but none of the rib bones in here. We just finished cutting up this chicken, and we have two legs, two thighs. I cut one breast in half here and pulled the wing off. Alternately, we have the airlined breast with the rib cage pulled out, cut out with the wing still attached. These are recipe ready for whether you want to fry, braise, roast. Very simple method of cutting up chicken.